Who got into reading first?
Probably you, because you're older.
Sorry. No, I'm literally obsessed.
Hey besties, welcome to
Literally Obsessed.
It's your girl Cassy
And Brittany.
How y'all doing, y'all?
Hey.
Welcome to the holiday season. We're really in it.
We are.
Especially when this comes out. Oh my god, it's gonna be like,
Yeah, we're filming a little early this time around, but
it's like Christmas time almost, like the week before Christmas.
Yeah, you're right. Oh my god.
Wow.
Happy
If
holidays.
you guys celebrate Christmas, Merry Christmas. Happy holidays to everyone.
Yeah.
We're so holiday coded today.
Are we?
No.
I was like, I don't
Brittany's
think.
apartment is though.
Yes,
Cute.
you guys can't see it, but there is decor.
There's so much around you guys and you don't even know. Anyways,
the spirit is just
the
here.
spirit is here with us.
Which spirit? I don't know.
one of them. What is it, like the old Christmas past?
I was like Saint Nick.
Saint Nick.
Christmas past, Christmas present, Christmas future
Love it.
are here with us.
We're here all together.
Wow. Well,
We're jumping really right into this, y'all.
Yeah.
Just want to let you know.
yeah, we haven't really discussed what we're going to be talking about.
Sorry.
Are you okay?
That sounded really crazy. Yeah.
But,
Really just jumping into today's episode.
Yeah, today is going to be all about who is most likely to ... And we are going to do a bunch of like bookish themed questions. Some are going to be a little bit more targeted towards like specific books, especially like Fourth Wing, and asking us most likely to questions as if we were in that world.
Yeah. Let's do it.
So it should be fun.
I honestly, I really haven't even read any of them.
Okay.
So this should be really exciting.
Beautiful.
I kind of didn't want to. I was like, oh, Brittany had that set up. So
Yeah.
she looks like it's a good list. Before that, we wanted to remind you guys that we have a fun little thing now called merch. We have had it out for a couple weeks now when this episode is dropping. We have a couple items on our shop right now. You guys can check out the website and the description of where you're listening right now. Check it out. It's really cute. We worked really hard on it, and there should be more stuff coming soon, but this is kind of like the first batch for you guys to have. So give that a little look-sees, and then a little reminder for our fun besties who would like to add to our community. We have a Patreon that you guys can subscribe to. There's 2 tiers, a book club and book besties, where we just have a bunch of different offerings for you guys, like special Discord chats and discounts off merch. So if you guys want to check that out, feel free to, as well as our newsletter. We do one every single month, and this December one is, oh my god,
It's already out.
Why did I
No, I know. I can't believe that the year is almost we're actually freaking out, guys. We have to.
Oh my god.
So to give you guys some context, it's December 3rd.
Yeah, for us right now.
For us. And we have to start planning our January schedule, like
I'm
probably after we
stressed out.
film this. So yeah, we're thrown off. We're stressed out.
That's
but when
so
you're
weird.
listening to this, the December newsletter will have been out for
It had been
like
out
2 weeks.
But I totally forgot what today was. I was like, oh, it'll come out. It's been 3 days.
Yeah.
That's so weird.
It's already out.
Yeah, it's so weird. This year is literally gone by so fast.
Yeah.
I hate it.
I
but
know.
Here we are. So
But yeah, in the newsletter, you can.
Oh yeah, in the newsletter you guys can stay updated with your besties. We put some of our own like favorite stuff that we've been into, our favorite books, some recommended books that we have, and what's new with the podcast. So don't miss out on our newsletter too.
Yeah, totally free.
It's free, and during the holiday season, we love free.
We
So
love free.
we
We're with you guys. We're struggling paycheck to paycheck out here.
We are full-time girlies, so
Yeah.
we do live paycheck to paycheck. This isn't our sob story, but low-key always turns into
Always find a way to make it about us on here.
it's our damn podcast.
It's our podcast,
okay,
so you know
this is
we love to share our sob stories.
let me yap in peace.
One day we'll just have an episode. It's gonna have nothing to do with what this podcast is usually about, but just be our sob stories.
Oh
Just an hour
yeah, I'm
worth
ready
of
for
us
it.
Talking about
It'll
our
be a
tragic lives.
3-hour episode.
It probably would be, but it would probably be really healing.
Really healing for us. probably such a terrible time for you guys.
Terrible. We should just record it but never post it.
Let it
It
surface.
would be fun.
Until someone hacks us. That'll be our hack.
Oh my gosh. Our trauma. Well,
Trauma.
Anyway. All right, should we just hop in?
Yeah, let's just do it.
Okay. So I found some of these online because I fully could not come up with all of these by myself. So I did find a bunch of them online. This first one is not really a most likely to. It's more of just a question. I figured we could just
let's do it.
Get into it. It would be a good intro.
Okay.
All right. The first one is, who got into reading first?
Probably you because you're older. Sorry. Fuck. That was such a diss.
Okay.
Didn't. I'm sorry, guys. Did you guys know that though?
Go on.
Do you guys know that?
Do you want me to share how old I am?
No, you don't have to.
Care.
No, you do not have to.
It just seems like you want to talk about it.
No, just like, do you guys know that?
Yeah. If you've
Answer right now.
Stop what you're doing. Comment down below if you knew that.
Do you guys know we're not the same age?
We are not the same age.
Even though Brittany
looks
exactly like someone who would be my age.
Oh, thank you, I guess.
8 years apart? 7.
We're
7 years apart.
Yeah. That's crazy.
That's crazy.
Crazy. When you're in your 20s, guys, life is weird.
Everyone's the
same age. I swear.
There's no way.
The second, maybe not 20, but like the second I hit like 21, I remember being like, oh, we're just all figuring out life together.
Oh, 1000%.
And maybe has to do with where we work and working with so many people of different ages. Because I feel like I was like, oh, I'm 21 and hang out with like 27-year-olds.
Yeah.
Whatever. We're all the same age. But I have people who I think I would genuinely consider them friends, and they're in like their 60s.
Yeah, I agree.
And it's like, we hang out.
No, it's so
you
funny.
Know what I mean? Like, I don't know if that's like that at other jobs.
You know,
or if that's just specific to us.
I think my friends who work outside of where we do, they have like their mom friends who are like 50 or 60-year-old women who like, you know, talk to like these, you know, like younger people, and they're still figuring out life too. So
yeah, well, you know, not to get all, we're gonna go on a tangent like we always do.
Yay.
Whenever I see those TikToks that are like, let your parents take the pictures, this is their first time living too, I hate
those fucking videos.
They're right. Like, my mom didn't know how to be a mom before. She's also figuring out what to do with a daughter. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Because when you're younger, you don't think that way.
It's true.
And like,
you
of
think
course,
they've got it all figured out.
Yeah. The difference between like when you're 14 to when you're like 25. Right. There's obviously a difference. But when you're like 25 to like 35, it's like,
yeah, you're still figuring
kind
your
of doing
shit
the
out.
the same phase.
Yeah. I don't mind not even exposing. I don't really fucking care. I'm 29. If you guys want to know.
Isn't that crazy? She doesn't look nor act like what I think a 29 would be. But you're like, mature,
but you know what I mean? Like, what is that? Isn't that
so
weird?
true?
Like, the older you get, it's like you think about, oh, that's not what I thought like a 30-year-old would do. But it's like, what is the definition of like how a 30-year-old is even supposed to act?
I can just see what I think 30 is from like my 13-year-old self point of view. Is like 30 is like when you live on your own, you know, like all like the quote unquote normal things that really aren't normal. But getting closer to that age, it's kind of just like, oh, you're just 30. Like, it's just another age.
It's just, yeah. I've come to terms with it because, you know, getting closer to it, I was freaking out. Yeah. I've come to terms with it now because everybody who's older than me has told me that their 30s are like
the best time of their lives.
So I'm looking forward to it. I'm like, okay, this is about to be like my golden years.
No, I agree. I can see that road for you.
Hopefully.
I won't be there for a little while, so let me know how it goes. Yeah. But it probably will come just as quick. Also, I don't know if you guys know, I'm 22.
There you go.
There is, I don't know, it just feels weird. It doesn't feel like there's an age difference. At all.
It's really, at
all.
I know.
It's kind of interesting. But
I don't know what that means about either of us.
Neither. But to be fair, though, I don't know about you, but I was telling my parents this past weekend, I was like, I'm really actually friends with so many people who are over like 27, 26.
Yeah, no, I feel like when I mean, even still now, but when I was younger, I was always friends with people who were older than me. So I was like, I guess I'm just mature.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I think it's a maturity
thing. You know what I mean? But yeah.
I mean, some of the people like that we know mutually who are either my age or younger.
Oh, very immature.
Very immature. Yeah. Very different. So, and they, of course, will hang out with people who are younger.
Right.
But I don't know. not to diss anyone my age, but I
think you are mature for your age.
Yeah, I would say that like I've gone through enough life. Anyways, I don't know. I just think that it depends on your maturity levels and everything like that. But
yeah. No, I agree.
All's to say, Brittany started reading first.
Yeah, I mean,
on a legality.
Okay, well, I was gonna be like, if you want to count the past like couple years.
Okay. We'll do
yes, because I think I was one of the people who was pushing you into reading. But
Absolutely.
even if you want to go back as a kid, I don't know if you were a big reader as a kid.
I was
really. A pretty big reader as a child as well. But yes, I guess on a technicality, I read first.
I just love how I answered that so quickly for you.
You, because you're older. It's fair. Yeah, you're right. I mean, you weren't even born and I was reading.
Oh my God, you're right.
So there's that.
You knew how to read before I was even born.
I hope so. I would have been 7.
God, I also...
You're fine. Cassie's been...
I got it.
Cassie, we need to get you like a little thing that
cover.
Will,
yeah. I don't know why. But I really wasn't that big of a reader. I mean, I read books.
Okay.
Like I obviously had read books, but I wasn't like as much as like other kids who could read. So I will say though, your influence has extremely influenced me.
Can I say I'm an influencer?
She's an influencer. Hiya. Hiya.
Okay. Should we go to our next question?
Yeah.
All right. Most likely to spend more money on books.
Okay. I have something, but I'm not going to expose you.
You can expose me.
I don't really want to, but I don't want to like...
What are you going to say? Because I was going to expose myself, so it's okay.
Well, now I don't know what you're going to say.
Well, now I don't know what you're going to say.
Let me give me a hint. I'll give you a hint.
Uh-huh.
It has something to do with John.
Okay.
Is that the same thing?
Yeah.
But I was like, ugh, I know we were just talking about this the other day. You're like, I don't want people to know.
Okay.
We don't have to say it.
No, because I was like, I don't want people to know that I... This is sounding so scary. I was like, I don't want people to know that I do this. My For You page is getting oddly specific. And I got a TikTok about what I do.
You were telling me, is that the same TikTok you were telling me the other day?
I think so.
Yeah.
I was like, this is getting too specific. So I won't fully...
You don't need to expose yourself fully.
I mean, I'll just say there's ways to get around paying for books on Kindles.
Yeah.
That's all we'll say. Leave. But...
Because...
Go on.
I'm going to answer this question as I believe I pay more for books.
Okay.
But that's because I buy a lot of physical books that I never really read.
Okay. Well, okay. Because I think it could go either way. Mm-hmm. I do kind of think you a little bit more just because I feel like you are a little bit more of like you'll just buy things. You'll just buy whatever's in sight.
Unfortunately,
you know what I mean?
Yes. Chronic shopper is me.
But I will just say, even if I do not purchase every book on my Kindle, I do go out and buy the physical books.
That is true.
So that I can put them on my bookshelf. And there are some, like, I mean, let's just say Fourth Wing. I bought it on my Kindle and I have 3 physical copies of it. Mm-hmm. Of all different editions. So
you've well supported the author.
I have well supported Miss Rebecca.
Yes,
I am paying for that bougie ass house that she just posted about recently.
Yup.
But yeah, and if you guys are on like Kindle TikTok, there's a lot of people talking about a method that I may or may not use for some books.
And honestly, for those who have been in school, like who've ever gone to like college, high school, whatever, you guys know about how to find free textbooks, and that's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah.
So,
and I fully believe in supporting the author.
Absolutely.
100%. And when I almost look at it like I'm renting the book.
Yeah.
Because it's like, if I enjoy it, then I'm gonna buy it. I will buy it, and like sometimes on Kindle and the physical. Yeah. But yeah, honestly, it's my boyfriend got me into this, so y'all can blame him.
But I will say though,
money is tight in your 20s.
Yeah. What I was gonna say is like it at least gets me into the world of reading, and if that's how I get into it, that's how I get into it, and I see nothing wrong with it. One of the things that on that TikTok I had seen, I don't use Libby, but it was people saying that they will rent a book off of Libby, then go on airplane mode. That way they keep, like, people were like, oh yeah, I'll just rent, I don't exactly know how it works, but rent like 10 books, go on airplane mode for like months at a time.
that way they keep the book.
I don't even know you could do that.
Yeah, because then once you go back onto Wi-Fi, like let's say, I don't fully know how Libby
it
works,
like starts back your
yeah,
rental.
let's you rent it for like a week,
Yeah.
but if you go off Wi-Fi and you're on airplane mode, it like hacks the system.
Damn.
So I was
People
like,
are
oh
smart.
dang, I mean, I don't use Libby, but there's a hack for you, I guess.
Yeah.
Not my hack, but I was like, okay, so yeah, other people do this.
I just think that like if it's a way to like get you reading, then of course
Yeah.
support the author if you can. But,
Yeah.
That's why it's kind of like we were talking about this the other day. It's like a trophy. And like when I finish reading a book on my Kindle, it's like, yay.
Yeah. No, I agree.
Also, we've talked about this before, literally a couple episodes ago,
Yeah.
that like I tend to be more of a physical book reader
Right.
at times. But it's not all the time. So that's why I would say I spent a lot more on a book.
No, I know. That's crazy because before I got a Kindle, I was like, I don't think this is for me.
Mhm.
I'm a physical book girly.
Yeah.
And like, I still stand by that, but I've for sure turned into a Kindle girl.
Yeah.
Like, I still love reading on physical books and will bounce back and forth from time to time. But yeah, for sure, a Kindle girl
I think
now.
it just depends on my vibe
Mhm.
of like where I'm reading and like
Yeah.
if I want to hold a book or if I just want to hold my Kindle.
Exactly.
That's honestly sometimes
Do
what it
I want to
boils down
read
to.
in bed, like in the dark?
Yeah.
I'm going to read on my Kindle.
Or do I want to make it a vibe and like sit on my couch and like cozy up?
Exactly.
Then I'll get a physical book. So
Exactly.
yeah.
Okay. Next question. We just talked about this recently. Who is more likely to DNF a book?
Me.
Really?
Yeah.
I was going to say I think it's me.
Really?
Yeah.
You know what? I'm going to change it. I do think it's you because you will start more books than me.
Okay,
and
that's
I
fair.
have this tendency to only read books that you read.
I'm an influencer.
So if you don't read them, then I'm not going to read
Okay, that's fair.
So actually I'm going to switch it to you. Yeah, it's going to be you.
Okay. Because I feel you will stop a book, but you'll reread it.
That's true.
And
That
then
is
you'll
true.
get into it. Like
so it's
the
not
second or-
technically DNFing. It's just like letting be
Yeah.
for a while.
Yeah.
So, but
there have been a couple books that I have DNF'd. So it's fine. We talked in the last episode. I'm fine with it.
Yeah,
or
it's
2
okay.
episodes ago. I can't remember. Fine with it. I don't think it's a big deal.
honestly,
If it's not your vibe, it's not your vibe.
I would say though I haven't DNF'd a book in a very long time. It's been a minute. I think the last book I DNF'd was probably, you're gonna hate this one,
What is it?
People We Meet on Vacation.
Have we talked about my Emily Henry?
We talked about that
Oh,
before.
okay.
How that's like your lower one.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Y'all might hate that. It's funny because before I read all the Emily Henry books, there's People We Meet on Vacation, girls or people.
Yeah.
And then there's like beach read book lover people. And I didn't know which one I was going to be in. I am 1000% in the beach read book lovers are the top tier, and People We Meet on Vacation is on the lower tier for
Which
me.
I feel like is very common. I feel like it's a pretty evenly divided group.
Yeah. I mean, it really just depends. To me, her books are so like personal, I guess, that it just depends which you relate to.
Yeah.
Like some people really hated Happy Place.
Yeah.
Happy Place, I feel like was a religious experience for me. And it's like, I don't know if it just happened to be right book,
Right place, right
time.
time. Yeah.
But something about that book, I was like, I fully think I'm like a changed person after reading it. Like
Really?
it was like a cultural shift in my soul.
Oh my God.
Because I just was like, whoa, I didn't realize I even felt this way. But reading about characters who feel the exact same way as you know what I mean? And I just think it's being that it was more about people in your like late 20s, maybe early 30s, and you're dealing with like friendships and like, oh, we don't hang out as much as we used to when we're teenagers because we're busy and this, and am I losing my friends? I don't know. I just was like, whoa, I've never seen how I felt like written out on paper.
Yeah.
So it just like, I was like, this has fully changed me as a person.
God, well, I gotta fucking read that one.
So I mean, I don't know, and like maybe it won't hit you the same way it did. It's just like
true.
maybe I read it at like the right time where I needed something like that, you know.
No, I think that's very valid. Like Fourth Wing got me out of like a, you know, you tend to get really sucked into your own world and like being reading something that's in a total made up fantasy world, like motivate, like, you know, you find like how you relate to different characters and like different storylines and all that kind of stuff. So that's why it hits home. But I don't know, I feel like I've heard a lot of people say that people we meet on vacation just like, I don't know, did people say that it just like wasn't written as much, like, I guess with as much like power as the other books? I
think that's what it was, at least for me. It was still like a cute read, and like I'm down to reread it again, and like maybe there was something I missed, but to me it didn't have the same like emotional impact that I feel like some of her other books do, for at least for me. So it was almost like, to me, I was like, oh, it's a cute like summer romance book, but then some of her other ones, it's like, oh, that like was emotionally
that
like
hit a little bit more.
And like I don't know, I mean, I feel like, I don't know, it's like if you maybe have like a close guy best friend, or you met your boyfriend because you were like best friends, but maybe it hits different. I don't know.
No, that's I guess I can't say that. I started it. I'm not gonna lie, I didn't go really too far into it, but I just haven't picked it up since, and it's been like years. Dang. That was before I even like knew you.
Oh wow.
So this was because like my best friend Shay, shout out Shay if you even listen to this, girly.
Oh, okay.
She's missed a couple episodes, so hi Shay.
That's okay.
But that's okay.
That's okay, Shay. You're good.
I just love to attack my friends. It's fun.
You really do.
I do. It's fun. But she read it years ago. Like she that was a book that I think got her back into reading, was like she spent an entire night, she stayed up all night reading it.
Dang.
But maybe that was just because in the moment she really liked it. But I think she said that Beach Read is her favorite compared to it. I didn't buy it.
That's fine.
Because Shay told me she would let me borrow hers.
Oh, awkward.
I had to get Normal People instead. Sorry guys, they're having a deal at Target.
They are having a deal at Target.
Buy
I
two,
almost
one
bought some
free.
books, but maybe I still will, because I would like to all of Emily Henry's books physical. But anyway, the last book that I DNF'd I think was Daisy Hates.
Was it that one?
Yeah, because I mean, I'm not counting Harry Potter.
Okay,
it's on the back burner. And so is Throne of Glass.
You DNF'd that one
I'm not going to DNF them. I'm coming back to them, I promise.
Yeah.
Daisy Hates, I don't know. I might have to fully restart if I go back to it.
Damn.
Which really, Magnolia Parks, I really
right?
liked it, but Daisy Hates, and I was liking it for a minute, and then I was just like, I don't know where the story is going. It like lost me.
That's sad.
And I just had to finally, like, I deleted it off my Goodreads that I was currently reading it. I was like, I'm not gonna go back.
That's okay. You've honestly made up for it, though.
Thanks.
Guys, Brittany's Goodreads, it's crazy.
Follow me.
It's
Follow us.
Crazy.
I did just hit my reading goal, and now as of today, I finished another book, so I'm one ahead of my reading goal.
What the fuck? I'm behind. I got
know,
2
girl,
more
you
books.
Gotta hurry up. I got
a couple 3 weeks.
You could do it. You can do it.
To be fair, I took a big break in the summer. I took such a huge break.
Yeah, you can do it.
That's what ACOTAR did to me.
No, that's fair.
It's
hard to move on after that. Yeah.
Okay. Next question.
Who is most likely to marry a fictional character?
All right, let's think realistically.
Okay. Are you going to say because I'm in a relationship?
One. Like, realistically, it would be me.
Yeah, that's fair. Like, at this moment in time.
I'm sad for you.
I know, as you should be. I'm sad for me, too.
I feel bad for John.
I think he'd understand.
I think he'd get it. If Zayden walked through the door.
Walked in now.
I think if Zayden walked in, John would just respectfully walk out.
He would bow out. Yeah,
he would go.
He'd pack a suitcase.
He would shake hands and go, well played, and walk away.
Well played.
I think John would do that.
And that's love.
And that's love.
Okay, fine. I guess realistically, it would be you. There you go.
I can plan out my wedding with me and Zayden like that.
So can I.
You can live vicariously through me.
Okay, fine.
You'll be invited.
I'm married to tons of them in my head.
I think about them, and
I think about them a lot
as if we are together. So it's fine. I'm just slightly delusional.
Yeah,
it's fine.
It's fair. Okay, this one's funny. Who's most likely to forget everything in a book instantly?
This is targeted.
I don't think it is.
I think it is.
I was going to say me.
No. Be honest.
Well, I just thought about a funny story.
Okay, and very fair.
And how you asked me. And I guess I didn't forget the whole thing, but I forgot kind of a significant part in it.
I was like, we were talking about the hardcover, right? Or like talking about the cover of it.
The cover.
I was like, what did the lemons mean? And you're like, I said know.
Nothing. They don't mean anything. They do mean something.
Significance. But you know what? I'll give you that. I'll give you that. But who forgets everything else?
Okay, no, it's fair.
In every other book we've talked about.
I think
me.
Yeah, no, that's fair. I feel like sometimes because you do tend to read the same books as me.
Yes.
But a lot of times it's like a couple months later.
Yeah.
So like I know like right now you're reading the 7-Year Slip. Guaranteed, we haven't talked about it too much. You're going to say something and I'm just going to be like, like I'm not going to remember.
No.
You know what I mean?
I think, okay, let's dive into this slightly. When we're talking about like everything in a book instantly, I will remember it if I'm currently reading it. You know what I mean? Like if you were to ask me about something that happened in Variation, because that's the book that you finished but I'm currently reading, that happened within what I've already read, I can instantly tell you what happened.
Right.
If you were to ask me after I've finished it.
I think that's what it, I don't know. It's like, I almost, don't get me wrong, it sits with me for a minute.
Yeah.
But I am kind of like, on to the next one.
Right.
I don't know why.
And I mean, also, if we're gonna like talk about like Iron Flame, Fourth Wing, there's a lot of fucking source material in there.
There is.
So to remember every single detail is crazy in this huge universe. So when we were like rereading it for all the episodes, I was like, dude, I don't even fucking remember this. Is this real? Like, is this even what I thought happened? I don't think so.
Yeah.
But that's what happens when you're like absorbing so much info at once. I forget it easily.
Yeah. No,
and that's okay. Yeah. I also just have a pretty bad memory sometimes.
Yeah, you kind of do
sometimes. I really do.
Okay.
And you are one of those people. I have tons of like people I know that are just like you who retain information. Guys, Brittany's like a thesaurus and like a memory holder. You know, like to the T of what people say. So when you're telling a story, it's real.
It is pretty accurate.
I think scarily accurate.
Well,
I've always wanted to know your true wizardry here.
I think what it is in case you guys didn't know. Well, how would you know? I've never talked about this. I grew up dancing mainly, and then went into like theater and all that fun stuff. So I'm pretty sure that my memory comes from having to remember like dance routines and like lines and songs and stuff. And I think just like from a very young age, I started dancing at like 4. You're expected to remember your dance for your recital. So I think that's where it came from.
I'm sure you have a really good way of keeping things in your memory.
Yeah. And I'm like very much I say I'm like a part visual, part kinesthetic learner. So I think that also just comes from like having to watch choreography and pick it up. Yeah. And like, you know, I've gone to like classes or like intensives where they do it once and they're like, go. And so, or, you know, auditions even, you're just like, okay, I have to absorb it and go. Yeah. So I feel like if it did anything for me, it did that.
I don't even know. That's a really good way. I don't know.
I think it's where it came from. I'm also a very quick peer and a very fast changer.
Okay, so it's because of the arts.
I'm pretty sure it's because of the arts.
Because of the pods.
And we're trying to defund the arts. Can you believe?
Can you believe what we're trying to do now? That's crazy. Okay, I wasn't involved as young, so maybe that's why I didn't develop as much.
Altered my brain chemistry.
It probably did. Also being screamed at to remember all those probably also really kicked that, I'm sure.
Traumatic childhood.
Yeah, but like I was in like I did orchestra, violin, so like music I can remember more. But like when I hear things being like sung or like notes and like melodies or whatever, but when it comes to like conversations, I remember what happens, but the exact sentences I cannot remember. Brittany, guys, is like this weird like fucking Oz great and powerful, like she's like, no y'all, this is exactly what someone says, and it's like, bitch, how'd you remember that?
I don't know.
But it's like once you say it, and I'm like, oh yeah, you know what, that is exactly what they say. It's very impressive.
Do you think I maybe have a photographic memory? No, I'm just kidding.
Photographic, but it's just sentences that you hear.
I'm a audible.
You really are.
Yeah.
Apparently you like soak that in.
Apparently.
Which is really
it's all the
good.
Like
it's all like engraved in your head. Yeah. But it like saves you in like really good ways.
I think so too. It's a good
it's quality. Really I gotta learn your trick.
I don't know. Like, honestly, I couldn't even tell you.
Short-term memory is like within like a certain like amount of time.
Yeah, I mean, it would be like if you said something 5 minutes ago.
Right.
And like Dory has short-term memory.
But then long-term, of course, is like stuff from like a long time ago. I think I'm in like the middle. I don't think I have short-term memory loss. I don't think I have long-term.
Yeah.
It's definitely like midterm. Because I couldn't tell you what happened like 2 weeks ago.
Okay. That's concerning at your young age.
It's just, what's that, it's like when you take out like parts of your life that really aren't as in like memorable. Mm-hmm. There's a term I'm thinking of.
Probably.
Oh my God, it's really gonna bother me. It's so gonna bother me. It's like when something's not always like living in your mind, you put it like in your
in the back burner.
Yeah, something like that, whatever. I tend to just file it away quickly.
Okay, that's fair.
But then if you reminded me, I could pull it out.
Yeah, that's fair. I like to think of my brain is like the filing cabinet in SpongeBob.
Oh, yeah.
That's 100% what I think is happening.
But you pull it out really quickly. Mine takes about 3 to 5 business days. But no, truly, I really need to learn your trick.
I will try to teach you.
Because you're really good. You really know how to like catch someone when they're trying to
in a lie.
Skew your... And it's like, if I ever do that, it's not because I'm lying. It's because I'm genuinely gaslighting myself. That's what happened?
Yeah, no, that's fair.
No, I couldn't tell you.
Yeah.
The conversations we've had earlier today.
It's funny. No, I really just think, I don't know. I think it's just having to pick up things at a young age.
That's very fair. What I will say, though, is I can learn quickly. Mm-hmm. I'm a fast learner.
Yeah. I mean, I think I'm a pretty fast learner also.
Yeah.
Like I said, if you do it for me and then just let me do it after, it's like, got it, locked in.
Yeah, so. I agree. I would say I'm the same.
Yeah.
But I just couldn't recall a fight that I had with somebody and then try to bring it up.
I wonder if it's like I don't know, if that's like a really bad thing that I'm trying to protect myself.
Ooh, maybe.
Mentally, like subconsciously, I'm like, hold on to this information. Ooh. This will be good for later.
That's probably true.
You know what I mean?
Honestly, that's probably true.
I don't know.
Damn.
That also could be trauma. This episode is just going to be Brittany's
We were talking about how we need to share our trauma.
Apparently.
This is it.
All right. Okay, next one is most likely to fall asleep reading.
I'm going to say you.
I think it's me too.
Because you tend to do that more.
Yeah. I do.
But like, it's not a bad thing, y'all.
No, I don't think it is. I will say, I don't think that I don't necessarily think I have insomnia. I've never been diagnosed with it. And I know that there are people who suffer like way worse than I do. But for a lot of my life, I've always had trouble sleeping and like nothing works, like take a melatonin. I'll like try different things like sound machines, whatever. Nothing has ever worked for me. Like it usually will take me like hours to wind down.
Really?
Yeah. But since getting a Kindle and reading, I have found that reading makes me so sleepy. It will just put me right to sleep.
That's so nice though.
It is. It's nice that, I mean, it's taken like 20 something years of my life to figure out. Yeah. But yeah, now I know, like when I'm ready for bed, I know that I'll fall asleep like within probably 20 minutes, half an hour.
That's really good though.
I'm like, okay, I'm just going to lay down and like read until I knock out.
It's just, I mean, that's been like a thing for a long time, as people always say, like, just try to read and see if it like calms you down. That's because you're just like focusing. It's quiet. You're just trying to process reading, and then it just sometimes takes too much juice and you fall asleep.
The amount of times I've fallen asleep and woken up and my Kindle's like
right there
next
with
to me.
Yeah.
I remember like it was like the first or second day, like, so my boyfriend had gotten me my first actually he got me both my Kindles, but my first one a couple years ago, I was like, oh, I'm gonna go read like in bed or something, and I woke up and I was like, where's my, like, I had no memory of what happened. I was like, where's my Kindle, what's going on? It was like thrown on the floor. So like I must have fully just like knocked out and like thrown it off the bed.
You spooned it and then you let it go.
I think so. And so I've found there are times where truly I'm like, my memory, I don't know if it's like because I'm living in this world that's not real.
Yeah.
So maybe my memory gets jacked up. But there's times where I'm like, what happened?
Yeah.
What was I reading? Last night I fell asleep reading Variation, and like I did retain most of it. I had to go back like a page or two. But it was just like weird. Like I remembered putting it on my nightstand, but when I woke up this morning, pop socket open. Like I didn't even close my pop socket. I must have just like half asleep put it on my nightstand.
Oh my gosh.
I like couldn't fully remember. I was like, I think I finished the chapter. Didn't. I was mid chapter. It's like weird.
I feel like you do that whenever you're like half asleep.
Yeah,
you tend to just be like, what's happening?
Yeah.
Because Brittany will be like, yeah, I read your text, but I didn't process it. I sent her like the Onyx Storm blur, or was it
it was what's on the back.
Brazilian whatever. And I sent it to her and all her reaction was, OMG. And I went, okay, I thought you'd have a bigger reaction to this. And then like an hour or two later, you're like, so was it an hour? It wasn't the next morning.
I think it was the next morning.
Was it really?
Yeah.
Okay. Because you were like, so I like fell asleep and didn't process it.
I knocked out that day on the couch super early. Like I knocked out at like 5 p.m. Or something. Woke up. No, it was later. I probably knocked out at like 8 p.m. Woke up like an hour later to Cassie's text and like the blurb. Read it. Could not tell you what I read. I didn't process it. Didn't process her text. And I just was like, wow. Knocked out again. Literally immediately knocked out. Woke up the next morning. And then I was like, I think Cassie sent me something. I went back, read it again. And I was like, hey, so I was like fully not there when I responded to you.
And I could fucking tell because I was like, no, this bitch would react.
You were like, somebody's got her phone.
It's like, did John open it? See and read it and go, wow, that's crazy. But no, I truly was like, okay, Brittany. And then when you texted me, I was like, makes sense.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
I guess that's a toxic trait of mine. I don't know.
You gotta be careful what you do when you're half asleep.
Careful,
you don't know what you're gonna do.
It's true.
That's funny.
Sounds like somebody who sleepwalks.
I feel like when I'm sleeping and I'm in bed, I tend to just read.
Okay.
It like doesn't. It used to. It's weird. It's like been a flipped effect. When I was a kid, I used to read and then I'd fall asleep. But now I get too anxious. So I have to keep reading. Probably
if like maybe because I've just been reading like cute little romances. So I'm just like, oh, if I like fall asleep, nothing really matters.
Yeah.
But I'm sure if I like the next Empyrean series, or Onyx Storm, whatever, that would keep me more like on the edge of my seat. But sometimes it's a bummer because it's like I want to stay up late and read.
Yeah.
But it makes me sleepy.
So sleepy.
Yeah.
I mean, I get it. It's comforting, but
yeah,
it's nice.
Okay. Where are we? Oh, sorry. I found this one online. I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. It's like I have to be real. I can't be fake.
Okay, so this next one is most likely to achieve their yearly reading goal. I'm going to say Cassy because I think she'll read 2 books in the next week. 3 weeks.
I love that you have so much faith in me.
Of course.
Like, I love that you have so much faith in me. Thank you so much. But we all know who the true star is of this show, of this question.
Wow, of the show. It's Brittany's podcast.
Brittany's podcast. It's going to be you. And that's so okay with me.
I do think that you'll reach your reading goal, though.
I hope so.
I think you will.
I hope so.
No one is standing in your way but you.
And that is a pretty big competitor I have as myself.
You just gotta prioritize reading.
I know. It really is, guys. I'm really having a bad TikTok addiction at the moment.
Okay, I almost put one in, but I didn't want you to feel called out. That was gonna say most likely to like interrupt their reading by scrolling on TikTok.
Well, that is just me. If that is not,
I do it too sometimes.
It's a it's a bad thing. I'm starting to like really realize it, and I need to put my phone down because I'll just notice that hours go by and I'm like, well, I don't fucking remember anything I saw.
Yeah.
So it's just, I was doing really good and then I fell back on it, and I'm starting to, you know, get back into my regular routine. But
I think something I'm trying to focus on for December, we're already a couple days in, so maybe I'm failing, but is just like putting aside and something realistic, like 15 minutes for a hobby. Yeah. So that could be reading. It could be like, I don't know. I mean, like for me, like maybe practicing my guitar or
journaling.
Journaling, just 15 minutes a day to like focus on a hobby, because I feel like we've talked about it, but like, especially right now, I have like so many hobbies. I feel like you do too, but so many hobbies, and it's like, there's just not enough time to dedicate
everything. Time
to everything, but like 15 minutes, you could do that.
Yeah. I'm going to do that, guys.
Set a little timer. Just set a 15-minute timer and go do something.
And normally I'm totally fine with doing things. I think life has been kind of crazy the past couple months. So I get in this whole like zombie mode where I'm like, I just want to just like totally keep swiping.
Sometimes I think that like, I know I have to like have a mental conversation with myself of like, how do you want to spend this next hour, Brittany?
Yes.
You can scroll on your TikTok, like you can play like fucking Fortnite or something. You can read a book. You can like do something productive. So I feel like sometimes I just have to sit myself down.
Yeah, totally.
Or like I will be like scrolling on TikTok and then I'm just like, I'm wasting time that I could be doing something else. So I have to kind of like wake myself up from it and be like, no, go do something else.
I would say those are my favorite moments, is when I like catch myself and I go, you know what? Oh, actually, I'm bored of this. I don't want to do this anymore. Yeah. It's pissing me off. So let me go actually do things. But
sometimes it just takes one TikTok to like piss me off. And I'm like, I'm done for the night.
No, I know. And what's funny is like, once I'm in the mojo of reading, I keep going. Yeah. Like on my flight home that I had the other day, I read the entire 3.5 hours that I was there. So it's like, it just, sometimes I have to kind of hype myself up for it. Maybe that's what it is.
It's fair.
But about my yearly goal, guys, truly ACOTAR kind of ruined me. And what's funny is I didn't even finish the goddamn series. But like once I finished Mist and Fury, I think I took a almost 2-month-long book break. I was not okay.
Yeah, I remember not being okay after that.
Also, I'm not gonna make any more excuses, but I promise 2025, girls and ladies and theys thems, it's gonna be my fucking year. I'm gonna read 20 books next year.
There you go.
We're gonna double this bitch.
Yeah, I have faith in you.
Thank you so much. Thanks,
guys. All right, most likely I did this just for us because we talk about this all the time, to write a book.
I think you would totally write a book, but I could also see us writing a book.
Oh, a co-author.
Yeah, we could do a co-author.
I was gonna say I think it could be either of us because we talk about this truly like once a week.
Yep.
But yeah, I mean, I think maybe I would be the first one to start it.
Yes,
I could see that happening.
I could see me being a co-writer, but like you're the main writer and I would help.
Okay. A little editor.
Oh,
I
wouldn't be good at editing, but you know me and grammar.
That's fair.
Not good at it.
That is fair. I'll be your editor.
You would have to edit my everything.
No, yeah, I would love to write a book. We should dedicate 15 minutes a day to writing a book. And then we'll like check back this time next year
and
or something.
See if we've developed a book.
Yeah.
I just think it would be, I just have so many ideas in my head. I don't know about you, but I always get worried that like someone else is already doing that and I haven't read it yet.
Yeah. It's like I'm unintentionally like ripping off somebody's work.
Yeah. But that's not our fault. We haven't read every book in the...
Yeah, that's true. There's a lot of books I've also read that are very similar.
They're very similar.
Storylines, so...
Especially when you're in like would you read a romance book? Would you do a romance?
I think that would be so fun, and I think that's something I'm passionate about. It's the sex scenes for me.
I'll do the sex scenes.
You'll write them?
I'll write the sex scenes. You can do the regular romantic.
Dang, that's crazy.
Is that says something about me?
I think I'll be okay. I think I would have to like probably drink some wine, take a shot, and then write it. Yeah. But I just think I would be cringing so hard at myself.
That's really valid. I want
and then somebody else reading it, I'd be like, oh god, what do you think?
Because it's kind of like you're exposing yourself.
Yeah.
I would love to sit down with an author and talk about how it is writing a scene like that, because I genuinely am curious of like, because Sarah J Maas, she talked about it, right?
I think
she was
she
like,
said
take
she
a shot,
takes a shot or something,
and she writes it. But I would love to see like Rebecca's process, because
imagine getting the feedback from your editor that's too much. Like, I'd be like, I think I'm quitting.
You're like, okay, so you know a lot about me now.
Yeah,
like at that point.
Okay, well, that just all came purely from imagination. I don't
nothing from any of my thoughts.
I'm like, I actually don't even know what that is.
Some things I read and I'm like, I didn't even know that's a way to describe something.
I can't wait for you to finish Variation.
Oh, I'm fucking scared because
Miss Rebecca, you're crazy. She's fucking wild.
Because in the likely event was also like,
yeah,
we've talked about that because we had an episode, but like that one had some crazy fucking shit.
There was there's a couple, but there's one scene I was like, what?
I'm so excited.
I was like, oh my gosh, I'm there with them experiencing this.
I love an out-of-body experience for you.
So yeah.
Okay, that's fine. You know what? You can write the majority, and if you have struggle with it, I'll just expose myself, and it's fine.
Okay, deal. Look out for a book coming 2025. Just kidding.
We would have to get. I would if I were to submit a book and it had a sex scene. I think I would have to go under a different name.
I know, it's really. My mom can't read it.
She can't know that I ever wrote something like that.
She can't know. I think about like acting all the time. Yeah, that's like more of a probably likely field I would go into. Having to do a sex scene, first of all, so awkward. Having your family, your friend, your grandparents. No, I'd be like, I totally appreciate the support, guys,
but don't watch it.
Don't watch it. You'll be supporting me by not watching it. You know, I don't know how people do it.
Me either.
Okay. Anyway, moving on.
Let's move on.
This one's for you, Cassy.
I saw it and I know. I could tell.
Most likely to cry at a book. It's Miss Cassandra over here.
You guys, we've talked about our signs before, I'm sure.
It's like every episode.
Yeah, I love to bring it up that I'm a Cancer. I'm very proud of being a Cancer. I would say you're very proud of being a Capricorn.
I am, because I am like to a T.
Yeah.
A Capricorn.
I would say I'm to a T Cancer.
Yeah.
I'm also an extreme empath.
Mm-hmm.
Extreme. So when these books, when they hit hard.
Yeah.
And I have videos that I have never even sent you because I've been too cringe to try and send. But I think when I was reading in the likely event, I took a video of me reading, couldn't tell you what scene. And it was of me sobbing.
Oh my gosh.
It's a reaction video. But I tend to take pictures of myself crying and send it to you.
Yeah, you do. I don't know. It's not to say that I just don't cry very often at like books and movies. Mm-hmm. It kind of takes a lot to make me cry.
Maybe, you guys want to know what she does cry at?
Expose it. It's okay.
Y'all know that scene, Toy Story 4, when Buzz and Woody get separated. Anyways, guys, show her a clip of Buzz and Woody saying "To Infinity and Beyond" separately.
No, So Long, Partner.
So fuck, you're right.
So Long, Partner.
I've never seen her cry before except for that. I spider.
Cried in our break room at work in front of our manager.
I literally have never
like
seen
3
her.
a.m.
It was so early. You're right.
It was.
You're so right.
Yeah. And then spiders will make it's an involuntary. I'll just start crying.
That's just your fear coming out.
Yeah,
your fear and your trauma.
No, I mean I will say, Toy Story will make me cry. The Disney movies make me cry. Like Coco, I cried at. I've been wanting to watch it recently, but I'm like, I don't know if I'm ready. The Last Song will make me cry.
That is not a good movie for me.
Yeah,
I think not a good movie for me.
I think I don't know. I guess it depends. Sometimes I love a good breakdown. Sometimes it's like, I'm just going to avoid. I haven't watched The Wild Robot yet.
Ooh, I hear that one's
because I heard it's bad.
That one is, I hear, really bad.
I don't know. I just don't want to. It's like, I don't want to. I'm a tough Capricorn.
I love to cry.
That's fair.
I love it. I search for it.
Sometimes it's like cathartic, But yeah, I don't know. Just sometimes it takes a lot to get me there.
That's fair. That's really fair.
That's
I have
not
many
to
friends
say that I
like
haven't gotten like teary-eyed.
Yeah.
But it's like the tear didn't come out. So
I'll be viciously sobbing.
yeah, that's fair. Also.
Brittany has seen me viciously sob before.
Over truly so many things.
You're like, I don't even know which one.
It's over Dylan Minette's old relationships.
Yep.
Over things that happened in books.
Mm-hmm.
She almost cried earlier today at a edit on TikTok.
The Big Hero 6
The Big
Lion
Hero
King.
6. What did you? There was something recently that you like started crying about, and I was like, Cassie, you be for real. I don't know. She just literally cries at everything. It doesn't really. She's like, Brittany, you should watch this. It made me cry. I'm like, okay, well, you cry if like the wind blows the wrong way. So like, it's really not a big deal.
I don't. That's Shay, my bestie. She tells me that I have this really weird thing that I do that kind of low-key creeps her out.
Okay.
Is that I cry so much, so I could be talking to you like this, but ferociously sobbing and not like process it. Like I could be sobbing and I'll be telling her a story and she's like, Cassie, breathe. And I'm like, no, I'm like so okay right now. I'm still processing it. I'll get sad, but I can totally just say a story and be.
Dang. That's
Oh,
crazy.
I sobbed at my old ass.
Guys, like sobbed.
Like really bad.
It kind of ruined the movie for me. Took me out of it.
I'm so sorry, but
it's okay.
Like
I'm not joking. It was like in the theater.
And we had our friend with us
who
also joined in the cry party with me, who had the same exact reaction.
Yeah,
if not
that's true.
Slightly
worse, I think maybe.
So when you put two water signs together,
shows, I do remember the last time I cried at work, and it was because my dog died.
That's right.
And I did involuntarily cry to Joey. I didn't mean to. It just happened.
Oh, that's really sad.
Animals will get me. If you ever want to make me cry, animals will get me.
That's really fair, though.
So my dogs did die, and I cried.
Oh, that's so sad.
That's
so sad.
Yeah, and I remember, and something else was happening that day. I was having a really bad day.
I remember that day.
And then I remember I went in and I was like, I'm just like not mentally here. And then it just, and I remember that he was like, oh my God, I don't think I've ever seen you cry. We've been friends like 8 years. He's like, I don't think I've ever seen you cry. What's going on? I was like,
oh my God. That's so funny. No, it's a feeling, especially when you're a water sign and a big empath. I don't know, it just depends. I'm also a very big vibe reader. I think you are also too, but like I can sense people's like emotions really well, and that is really awful for an empath. I tend to just cry.
Yeah, usually if I see somebody crying, I'm like, I think I'm gonna cry too.
Yeah,
like I don't know.
I just go for it.
As you should.
So I be crying at books, y'all. Y'all should see. What's one book that I cried at? Oh. Just for the summer, the last book, I'm not even lying, I gotta show you one day. It's wrinkled because I cried on the book. I cried on the book.
That's so funny.
It's just tears like soaking up the whole book.
I don't know, like maybe I need to open myself up more.
But to be fair though, I've always been like this since I was a child. My mom always told me, you cry too much, and I was like, well, sorry.
It's fair. All right. Most likely to spoil a book.
Voluntary or involuntary?
Well, I was gonna say me, but I think it's involuntary when I do it.
Yeah, I would agree. I think it's voluntary for me.
I was gonna say I think it's by accident when I do it. I think sometimes I'll spoil things, but it's like totally
You've
on
only
accident.
Spoiled one thing for me. It wasn't
but
bigger.
It was an accident.
It wasn't bigger.
How did
you do it? I forgot.
It was, wait, what exactly
was Brennan. It was Brennan being alive.
Oh shit!
Because yep.
Because I told Cassie to get the Fourth Wing book that had the bonus chapters.
Yes.
This was my bad. I didn't tell her to finish the book before reading the bonus chapters. So Cassie did what anybody would do, and she read I don't know, chapter like 16 or whatever it is, and then went to the back to read Xaden's perspective. There's a part where Xaden says something about like Brennan would kill me if he saw his sister, blah blah blah. So Cassie's messaging me about it. She's only like a couple chapters into Fourth Wing, and she's like, wait, like I thought that her brother was dead or something. And I was like, fuck, what do I do? And I was just like, oh my gosh, yeah, no, that's crazy. Like Zayden, it doesn't get revealed till later, but Zayden was actually friends with her brother. Like, my bad, you shouldn't have read that. And I tried to spin it that they were like good friends before he died, and she would get to that point eventually.
You sold me for a little while.
Thanks.
You sold me for a little while, and then I think I just, once it actually was revealed, I was like, oh well, you know what, I think I always knew that he was alive because of it.
Yeah,
but that's also not your fault. It's not your fault.
Yeah,
I could have been a big girl and not like,
no, but I mean, obviously,
right,
yeah, you would have. That makes sense. I would have done the same thing.
Yeah, but I was just so excited to read a bonus chapter that I was like, okay. But that was funny because I didn't know I exposed something.
Yeah, it was. I just remember like this innocent little text that was like, wait, I'm like so confused about this thing. And I was like, oh my God. I was like, I just ruined the whole fucking book for her.
Thank God that I'm not like strong enough to make it my own assumption, because I had to go straight to you to like get clarification.
Yeah,
because if not, can you imagine if I like would have just like fast forward and read the whole book?
That would have sucked. Yeah,
but I'm glad too that was the only spoiler I've ever gotten.
Okay, that's fair.
Nothing. Oh, actually,
we did spoil Wicked collectively together. Yes, for somebody who, I know that, I mean, it is a book, but we did spoil
like a big
we
portion.
Spoiled the entire thing.
Yeah,
literally the entire thing. Knowing,
but also
he didn't speak
he
up.
Didn't say anything. So how was I supposed to know?
Yeah, and that wasn't just us, that was everybody in the room.
A collective group spoiling session with someone who has absolutely zero idea of what the storyline is.
Imagine his surprise when I'm like, the Wicked Witch falls in love with the Scarecrow. He's like, what the fuck are we talking about?
Who? We were literally like, oh yeah, they were like hooking up. Huh? She did what to that?
And he just like let us.
He let it happen.
And then later I went, did you see the movie yet? And he went, I've never seen the musical. I was like,
so we just spoiled everything.
Spoiled the whole movie. Got it. So I will do it unintentionally.
Yeah, I'll
like let things slip, I think, is the problem.
I think for me, I'm gonna see how much you're gonna catch on to this, and I'm gonna keep adding until you're like, wait, what?
Then you're like,
it's like a fun game.
That's fair.
It's a fun game. But I like spoilers.
Yeah, I don't always mind spoilers.
I don't mind them, but if it's for a book, I kind of hate it.
That's fair.
Because then I'm like, well, I don't read it.
Yeah, no, that's fair.
Yeah.
Okay, we're going to move into a little bit more of a, like, book, if we lived in these books type thing.
Okay.
Most likely to fall off the parapet.
I'm gonna say me.
I think it's you too.
I don't got a good balance thing. Y'all, when I walk, I don't walk in a straight line. If I were ever to do a DUI test,
you'd fail?
I would fucking go to jail for sure. Sober.
Dang.
I don't drink and drive. Mom, I don't drink and drive. People, I don't drink and drive. Ever. I just can't. My equilibrium is probably all fucked up.
Okay.
Like, can you like walk perfectly in a straight line?
I think I would be able to do a pretty good job.
Well, but you're a dancer.
I was gonna say, I think this goes back to dance, which is why I was gonna say I think I'd have a higher survival chance, because I think
you could definitely
my balance is there.
Maybe I should start.
We should go to like a park and go on like a little thing.
We've been saying we need to do some parkour.
I know.
For best guy.
Parkour is a little crazy. I don't know about parkour.
Parapet is parkour to me because it's the simplest, hardest thing I could do.
That's fair.
I don't think I could survive.
Yeah. Well, that leads me to my next question.
Okay.
Most likely to survive at Besgaiath?
Definitely not me. I could probably survive as a scribe because they don't do anything.
Okay.
The physical shit, hell no.
It's hard for me to answer if I would survive. The like stubborn part of me is like, yeah, I would.
Yeah.
I don't know though. That's like saying, would I survive in a zombie apocalypse? I'd love to say yes.
I just don't.
You don't know what could happen in a split second. You know what I mean?
If I were to be fit, like to where I would like to be, I think I could. The world couldn't stop me. I could do anything.
I mean, I think that's the thing is sometimes I think I can do anything and I'm like, oh, I'm a little out of shape these days.
Yeah, I agree.
So,
but I just also say Besgaiath is like going to kill, like it's there to kill people.
Yeah.
So
if
like
Sawyer can survive with a leg bitten off, maybe I could do it.
maybe, I don't know. I'm also like, it's not good for an empath like me. I don't think I can emotionally
That's
survive
fair.
it either.
Yeah. That is fair.
I don't have that strength.
That is fair. Yeah. Okay. Most likely to fall in love with a morally gray man in a book.
Me.
I think it's you too. As much as I love a morally gray man.
You
Go on. What are you going to say?
Now we're getting personal. I don't have a great track record.
That's That's why I picked you. Go on.
I don't have a great one.
Mm-hmm.
I tend to go with rose-colored glasses.
Yeah.
A lot.
Mm-hmm.
So I would say I'm a pretty morally gray girl.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, I think, don't get me wrong, if I was Miss Violet and I met Xaden, I'd be instantly in love. You know what I mean?
I would not give a shit.
I would not care.
Yeah.
But yeah, I do think you have done some things in the past where I'm like, Cassie, let's maybe think with our heads next time. You know what I mean?
Yes, I do know, unfortunately.
So for that reason, I'll say
I'm
you.
only human.
You
we
are.
make mistakes. But yeah, I do love a good questionable person.
Okay, fair. We were I'll say something about me.
Uh-huh.
We were talking about Christmas movies today.
Mm-hmm.
I was saying that Santa Claus is my favorite Christmas movie. And then everyone was like 1 or 2. And I said 1. And I was like, although I got to be honest, I love 2 because I was in love with Charlie.
Yep.
Because he was given bad boy vibes.
Bad boy vibes.
So I do love a bad boy. What can I say?
I'll just say it. They just make things exciting.
Yeah.
You know, especially when you're reading about someone who's like got a kind of a fucked up past. It's like, well, they're just like motivated, so it's like different than being
fix him.
I love an I can fix him trope.
I know you do.
I love it.
Yeah.
So that's me. But I think you like the idea of them, but you probably would be so like no bit, like you would be like slapping them in the face and going, get your life together. Me, I'd be like, just continue on.
Fair. I've lived too much life.
You've lived too much
at this
life.
point.
Lived too much.
Yeah. All right.
That's so funny.
Most likely to survive the Hunger Games. I think it's one of 2 things.
Okay.
For me.
Okay.
I'm either the first bitch down. Like the horn goes and boom, fucking like spear to the throat. Okay.
First bitch down is crazy.
Or I'm the winner. There's no in between.
Okay.
I will not take getting like 7th place. I am either the first one out or the winner.
Okay. Okay, you know what? I could see that. I could see you being stubborn that way. Like, for that reason,
I think I would just go hide.
That's really
just
fair.
hide forever. At some point, they've got to give up. They've got to kill each other.
I would think I would get... I personally think I would be, like, the second to last one to die.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I think I would try hard to win, but inevitably I would just want the pain to be over.
Well, that is very fair. I do think I'm a stubborn, petty person, as we know. I think I would pull something similar to Violet, and I'd be like, I'm gonna kill myself if you don't let both of us win. I'd pull it on the president.
Yeah.
And then he'd have to be like, okay, stop.
Yeah.
And I'd be like, thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
That's what I thought.
Until
I would threaten to kill myself.
You would. I think I could see you doing that too.
I would.
I could see you totally doing that. For me, I think it would just be like, all right, this is my time.
Yeah.
This is my fate. Unfortunately, I swear, guys, I'm more determined and more motivated than I seem in this episode. But I'm just being real.
No, as you should.
I'm just in my head, I'd go, yeah, I'd be the badass that won. But let's think realistically.
Well, that's why I'm saying it's hard. I would love to say that I'm the winner, but
there's no way I'm winning.
Okay, last one.
Yeah.
Most likely to move to a beach town.
I'm gonna say both of us.
I'll agree with that.
I think realistically we would go and live in a beach town.
If I found a house in, I don't know, Cape Cod. Because I'm reading Variation.
It's just such a good small town.
You can catch me there tomorrow.
Dude.
Catch me there.
Y'all like The Summer I Turned Pretty, right?
Oh,
dude, I would kill for that fucking house. I would kill.
Literally tell my boyfriend I can't wait, because I like to be a positive thinker. Can't wait for the day that we are rich and we can have a little summer beach house.
Dude, ain't that the effing dream?
That's my goal. I will not accept anything less. I will not accept a life I
will not accept a life I do not deserve.
As Maxine says.
Maxine has said.
I would love, I don't think I want to live there full time, but I would love to be that bitch.
I want to be that bitch so bad.
That goes to her little lake house every summer. I want to be, what was her name? Suzanne?
Oh, Suzanne. Fuck.
Yeah.
And like have your bestie and then your kids and your bestie's kids.
Oh my
just
gosh.
Like join. I've been to a lake house. It wasn't a beach lake house, but it was like a lake. It was, whoa.
Uh-huh.
It wasn't a beach house. It was a lake house.
Okay, I'll take a lake house. I don't care.
It was in Texas. It was Shay's aunt, and she let us like stay there for like a couple days or like a week, and it was the most relaxing, fun trip we've had, because hers is like on like a cul-de-sac, but it's not, it's water. And you just take out your little kayak.
No, it's so fun.
Go on a little boat and you like have your little like deck.
The last time I went to Big Bear, I was like, truly, I'll move up here.
Yeah.
Not permanently. I don't think I could do that, but how fun to just like spend the week.
I just realized that I really miss nature and being in nature.
I love nature.
And like that's what a beach house or like a lake house is about. I think we need to do a trip.
I think we do.
If y'all want to see us go to Cape Cod,
don't even get me started, because I really wanted to go to Maine for their lobster fest this year.
That is so fun.
I really wanted to.
Is that like in what, summer?
It's in like August.
Okay.
I really wanted to.
I would eat that up.
I know.
I love lobster.
Yeah.
We need to go. Y'all
I gotta go back to the East Coast.
I love the East Coast.
I love the East Coast.
I think I would have a great time in the East Coast.
My goal is to be bi-coastal. I would literally love that.
If you guys want to make our dreams come true,
just a $1 donation from probably 30,000 of you will get us to be bi-coastal. I don't know.
No, that's a meme. You remember that meme? It's like, she's like, 30,000?
Oh, yeah.
That's how much money we need. So
we need probably more.
I need like 300,000.
Yeah, like 300,000 people.
300 million if we're
donate $1.
Yeah.
I'll go to the East Coast.
I'm down. Like, guys, I belong there.
I know. I think I might.
We open a bookshop.
Don't even get me started.
Bookshop club.
Don't even get me started.
And then we are performing 8 times a week at the Gershwin.
Oh my God. I'm like, the ultimate dream I think might be to live in like New Jersey, subway into the city
to perform as a standby.
Yep.
So I can just, do it here and there.
Pop in and out.
While I run my book club.
Oh, guys.
Book club.
Life / worth living.
That's literally my fucking dream.
No, I know.
So
we've got to start living. We've talked about this, but we got to start living.
Guys, we have to start living. Like, Brittany and I have been not living recently. We were living for a while.
And
I think that caught up to my bank account.
Me too, because I am more poor than I've ever been in my life.
But that's because of the fucking economy we live in.
Yeah.
But we need to just start living our lives ever so slightly.
That's true.
Like, we have a park that we can go to.
You're right. Let's go have picnics.
Let's go have a fucking picnic. It's Christmas time.
No, I know.
We need to fucking live, Brittany.
We need a girl group.
We do. Need a girl group.
I want.
We need a girl group.
A group of girl friends. If you're in LAOC,
let us
reach out.
We'd like to do fun girl stuff.
If you like books and fun, let us know.
We're cool. Like, I think I'm I think we're like fully capable
Yeah.
of having friends. So
I don't know.
Let
I
us
just think it
know.
would be fun. But we can't always rely. We are the only two reliable ones in each other's lives.
Guys, like, I'm not even lying. In our friend group that we have, that it is not even really a group at this point, it's just us.
Just us that will show up for events.
Yeah. So if you guys are loyal, let us know.
Yeah. Deal.
We're looking for it.
Well,
Hope you guys learned a lot about us.
yeah, we
did kind of share.
We share too much in these.
I don't know. I hope you guys thought we're
Hope
funny.
you guys like it.
I hope you guys like it. I think it's cool to find more out. Whoa.
Find more out about us.
Thank you so much.
We think we're hilarious, so I
think
hope you
we're
guys think so too.
Just delusion.
Anyway,
Anyways,
thank you so much for watching or for listening, guys, and we will see you next week for another episode. Oh, actually, you won't hear from us next week.
Yeah.
So sorry. We are going to be taking Christmas week off, but there will be a episode up on YouTube of us baking Zayden's chocolate cake. So enjoy that, and then we will see you the following week for the last episode of 2024.
Holy shit.
Yeah. So
that is crazy, guys.
Which is crazy. But we'll see you guys then. And if not, we'll see you in the
next
new year.
time. As always, y'all, you know where to find us. We have TikTok, Instagram. Everything is linked in the description below. And we will see you guys next episode.
Bye, everybody.
Love y'all. Happy holidays.
Happy holidays.
Mwah.